Namo Namaha and welcome again to this course on Introduction to Basic Spoken Sanskrit. In our previous session, we had looked at the locative case and seen its application in different contexts. In today's lesson, which is lecture number 11, we are going to look at the days of the week, months, and also look at the future tense and see how the locative case gets utilized in these contexts. So the objectives of today's session are going to be a quick revision. Then we're going to learn about the different time periods and also to learn how to conjugate some of the oft used verbs in the future tense. And finally, I will point out some characteristic phonetic features of Sanskrit and Hindi. So, when talking about the locative case, we had looked at the question kada or when, but we have seen that the locative case also came as an answer to the question where. So, kutra griham asti, griham khadgapura nagare asti. Okay, for example. So, what we will see now is that it was also associated with telling of time and identifying at what time we do things. So, if you had a question like kada pathati, a formal second person question. So, kada pathati, or in the informal case kada pathasi. The answers could vary. So, if you wanted to say I study at 5 o'clock, aham panchavadane, so panchavadane pathami. Otherwise, you can also say aham sapad panchavadane pathami. So, if I asked you the question bhavan kada pathati and you wanted to say aham at 10 o'clock I study. So, what would it be? Aham dashavadane pathami. Similarly, 5:30 could have been sardha panchavadane pathami, or 5:45 would be, at 5:45 would be padona shadvadane pathami. Uttamam. So, let's move on. There's something very interesting that I would like to share with you, which is learning about the different days of the week. So, we have 7 days. In Sanskrit is saptaha. Sapta meaning 7, and you have a word like ahar nisham, which is often used. So, ahaha in that case means day, nisham meaning night. So, sapta aha becomes saptaha, meaning 7 days. And then of the 7 days will be saptahasya dinani. So, the plural of days being dinani. And why dinani? Because it is in the neuter case plural. So, weeks days would be saptahasya dinani. So, let's look at some of them. The first one is somavasaraha, meaning Monday. Next, Mangalavaraha. So, you notice I have said Vasaraha in the first case and then I have said Varaha. Now, in Sanskrit, both endings, both suffixes can be used. So, Vasaraha or Varaha would still imply it's on that particular day. So, we have Somavaraha, Mangalavaraha for Tuesday, Budhavaraha Wednesday, Guruvaraha or Brihaspati both for for Thursday, and then Shukravaraha for Friday, Shanivaraha Saturday, and Ravivaraha or Bhanuvaraha for Sunday. So, do you want to try saying that after me? Somavaraha, Mangalavaraha, Budhavaraha, Guruvaraha or Brihaspati, Shukravaraha, Shanivaraha and Ravivaraha or Bhanuvaraha. Now, just see if you can quickly close your eyes and try and recollect the order by yourself. So, just try and do that once quickly. Monday, Tuesday. So, Monday is Somavaraha, Tuesday Mangalavaraha, Wednesday Budhavaraha, Thursday Guruvaraha or Brihaspativarah. Friday, Shukravaraha. Saturday, Shanivaraha. And finally Sunday, Ravivaraha or Bhanuvaraha. So, just to play a quick game with you, I'll shift slides and I'll see if you can remember it. Alright, so try a Sunday, Ravivaraha, Uttamam. Wednesday, Budhavaraha, very good. Tuesday, Mangalavaraha, Uttamam. And if I had to ask you Thursday, Brihaspativarah or Guruvaraha. Great. So now let's move on. I'd also like to introduce you to the 12 Indian months. And the 12 Indian months that we have are, here I've written in Sanskrit, as you can see, are Dwadasha Bharatiya Masaha. So Dasha was 10, Dwadasha is 12, Bharatiya Indian, and Masaha singular. And because it's in plural masculine, Masaha. So let's look at them. It's interesting here. So the first one that we have is Chaitra. Would you like to repeat after me? Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jyeshtha, Ashadha, Shravana, Bhadrapada. So some people just say Bhadra sometimes, but Bhadrapada is the entire one. Next, Ashwina. I go back again. So after Bhadrapada it is Ashwina, Kartika, Margashirsha, Pushya, Magha and Phalguna. So what you would also notice here is that the Chaitra month doesn't start on the 1st of January. The Indian calendar somehow follows the season of the crops, and for us the time of harvesting and all of that comes at when we say around March, April. So we have March 22nd onwards becomes Chaitra, and then April, May, June accordingly, but as you see they don't start from the beginning of the month altogether. So that's a little different from the usual Western calendar that we are used to, but just to keep in mind. So would you like to just say that once after me? So Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jyeshtha, Ashadha, Shravana, Bhadrapada, Ashwina, Kartika, Margashirsha, Pushya. Some also in the regional languages, Pushya tends to become Paush. So there are regional variations within the Indian context that we need to take into consideration. And then Magha and Phalguna. Very good. So there's just one thing I wanted to also share with you regarding the 7 days of the week. So the order of the 7 days of the week, I believe, I mean I don't know it as an expert, but I believe that that particular order has a certain rationale behind it. It's not randomly that Monday comes after Monday and then is followed by Tuesday, etc. It seems that on those particular days, each of these names, so Somavaraha is associated with the moon, then Mangalavaraha is with Mars, Budhavara is with Mercury, Guruvara and Brihaspativarah was with Jupiter, Shukravaraha is with Venus, Shanivasara is with Saturn, and Ravivasara or Bhanuvasara with the Sun. And they say that on these particular days, according to certain schools of astrology and astronomy as well, they say that on these particular days, the influence of these planets and these stars is greater on the earth. So just an interesting connection out there with you. Fine. So next, let's just look at some adverbs of time. So we have the past, present and future. So the words that we have here, starting with the reference of today, is adya. So adya, when you want to talk of the past, it is hyaha. Say that, hyaha. Make sure that the is coming from your chest, and as you can see, it is quite demanding as a sound. It's not a very easy combination to do. So hyaha meaning yesterday, and Shwaha, meaning tomorrow. Now let's look at a timeline in terms of how far back you can go. So in English you can say adya, so today, yesterday, day before yesterday. So you cover 3 days. You can't really say day before yesterday. It starts sounding very awkward. So we've covered 3 days there. In Sanskrit, we can take it even further. So you could say adya, today, hyaha, yesterday, parahyaha, day before yesterday, and praparahyaha, the day before yesterday. Alright, so how many days do we cover there? Praparahyaha, parahyaha, hyaha and adya. So 4 days have got covered there. Okay, so would you like to try saying that? Adya, hyaha, parahyaha, praparahyaha. Once more, adya, hyaha, parahyaha, praparahyaha. And if you notice that line that I have there, the first line after the title that we have in Sanskrit, we have also a word gata, which is the first word that appears there. Gata means in the last. So in the last month will be gata mase. Alright, so gata mase will imply that in the last month. Now let's do this for the future. So we have in English today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Again, to say day after tomorrow starts becoming awkward. But in Sanskrit, as we have seen it for the past, we can also say that for the future. So you have adya, shwaha, parashwaha and praparashwaha. Okay, so the day after tomorrow. So let's count how many days you have there. So praparahyaha, parahyaha, hyaha, adya, today, shwaha, tomorrow, parashwaha and praparashwaha. So we've covered the entire week with that. So maybe you just like to tell the future ones with me. So adya, shwaha, parashwaha, praparashwaha. Now let's go back. Adya, hyaha, parahyaha, praparahyaha. So did you get that entire thing? And as you can see in the future, we also have agami, which means the next. So if I want to say in the next month, I would say agami mase because I'm using in. So I propose that we play a small game here. So what day is it today? So today for me happens to be a Wednesday. So adya budhavasaraha or budhavaraha. Adya kim dinam. You can also ask adya kim dinam. Adya budhavaraha. Now if I want to say what is the day today, if I want to also add the verb is in the Sanskrit, it would be adya kim dinam asti. And the answer would be adya budhavaraha asti. So up to you, depending on the day that you're seeing this video. Adya kim dinam asti. Uttamam. I hope you got it right. Now, if you want to play a little bit with this idea of today, tomorrow, so we say adya somavar. Let's imagine, or let's take the day that it is for me today. So adya budhavaraha. Shwaha kim dinam. Guess. Shwaha kim dinam. Shwaha guruvaraha. Uttamam. Parashwaha kim dinam. Parashwaha shukravaraha. Praparashwaha. Praparashwaha shanivaraha. Uttamam. Now let's go back. Adya kim dinam. Adya budhavaraha. Hyaha kim dinam. Hyaha mangalavaraha. Parahyaha somavaraha. Praparahyaha ravivaraha. Uttamam. So we see we've covered the entire week. So let's play a game on that. So I'll give you a random day and I'll ask you forward and back and let's see if you can get it. So imagine, chintayatu adya ravivaraha. अस्तु अद्य रविवारः परश्वः किं दिनम् उत्तमम् did you get that so परश्वः मंगलवारः उत्तमम् so अद्य रविवारः परह्यः किं दिनम् yes did you get that so परह्यः गुरुवारः let's do that अद्य रविवारः ह्यः शनिवारः परह्यः शुक्रवारः परह्यः गुरुवारः उत्तमम् Thursday so let's move on we can also do this with masah and see kah masah adya kah masah etc so in the next case let's look at some oft basic verbs and see how we can conjugate them in the future tense for the third person and the second person formal in the singular. So, as you see in the bottom of the screen, the Vartamana Kala is the present tense and in the future we call it the Bhavishya Kala. So, the sh is the tongue rolled up and it's the cerebral sh, Bhavishya Kala. And in technical terms, it is known as the Lrit Lakara. Alright. So, now let's look at some how it conjugates. So, Kim Karishyati, what will you do? Kim Karishyati, Bhavan or Bhavati, Kim Karishyati or Saha, Sa, Tat, all of them, Kim Karishyati. And then the answer could be Gachati is present tense, Saha Gachati. In the future, Saha Gamishyati or Bhavan Gamishyati. Did you get that? Gachati, Gamishyati. How does Gachati become Gamishyati? Because the root of Gachati is actually Gam. That's something that you will learn in the course of more familiarity with the language. So, and because it's Gam, it gets this addition of Ishya. Like in Bhavishya, you add that Ishya and it becomes Gamishyati. Agachati, Agamishyati. Uttamam. Now, let's look at some more commonly used verbs. So, Kim Karishyati, what will you, he, she, it do? So, Pathati will become Pathishyati. Likhati, Lekhishyati. Now, I want you to observe that Likhati does not become Likhishyati. There is a slight modification in the sound and it becomes Lekhishyati. This is because of certain grammatic rules and all, but for applied spoken Sanskrit, one need not worry about that part. What is important is to get the correct sounds in the mouth. So, Likhati becomes Lekhishyati. Pibati, Pasyati. Again, we see Pibati doesn't become Pibishyati, the root being Pa, and therefore it takes on another form which is Pasyati. Khadati, Khadishyati. Uttamam. That's a more regular kind of pattern. Vadati, Vadishyati. Kridati, Kridishyati. Upavishati, again it changes a little bit. Upavekshyati. Uttishtati becomes Uthasyati. So, as you can notice, there are certain verbs where it seems to be an easy transition between the present tense and the future. But for some verbs, one needs to know the form a little bit. But again, greater familiarity with the language can help us understand the root of the verbs, and therefore it makes sense when you have Uthasyati or Pasyati, etc. Alright, so would you like to just do that once? If I say Pathati, you tell me Pathishyati. Let's do that. So, see if you can close your eyes and also start saying it after me, or trying to guess it, and then I'll tell it to you. So, I'll do a random pick, okay? So, Khadati, Khadishyati. So, maybe if you see me only on the screen, then we can do the game and I can give you the thing again. So, close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes anyway. Let's try. So, Khadati, Khadishyati. Uttamam. Vadati, Vadishyati. Very good. Kridati, Kridishyati. Pathati, patishyati. Very nice. Now the little more complicated ones. Likhati becomes lekhishyati, if you're paying attention. Pibati, pasyati. Did you get that? Upavishati, upavekshyati. Uttishtati, utthasyati. Very good. Uttamam. So let's look at the screen once more. There. So you can see there. And one other thing I want you to notice is that there is a connection between the present tense and the future tense. So if I am saying pathati, the ending doesn't change when you go into the future. You only get the supplementary addition, which is patishyati. But the ti will remain there. Okay, is that clear? Now let's move on and look at it in the plural form. So we look at the plural of this. So karoti, to do, becomes karishyati in the future, and so saha karoti will become in the future tense singular saha karishyati. Now for the singular, for the plural in the present tense, it is te kurvanti. So we'll go horizontally this time, not vertically column wise but horizontally. So te kurvanti will become te karishyanti. So karoti becomes karishyati, kurvanti becomes karishyanti. So just the inti which stays the same. So when you're studying Sanskrit especially, see if you can open your listening and listen to sound patterns. That will really be the easiest way to get this language. Let's move on. Saha gacchati becomes saha gamishyati in the future. The plural te gacchanti will become te gamishyanti. Uttamam. Now for tvam, let's see what happens. The second person informal, tvam karoshi becomes tvam karishyasi. In the plural, yuyam kurutha becomes yuyam karishyatha. Gacchasi becomes gamishyasi, and gachatha becomes gamishyatha. So ishya is the only change between the present and the future. Last one, aham karomi for the first person becomes aham karishyami. So the mi is common in both, and for the plural, vayam kurmaha becomes vayam karishyamaha. Uttamam. So gacchami becomes gamishyami, and gacchamaha becomes gamishyamaha. Uttamam. So maybe you can just stick, if you can see the bottom of the screen there. So just for those who don't read the Devanagari, you can see it in the bottom of the screen. It is gamishyamaha. Alright. So I hope you can get a feel of it. So maybe if you want to say I will go, just to add on a little bit. So I will go on Monday. If you want to say I will go on Monday, will be aham somavare gamishyami. We will go on Monday. Vayam somavare gamishyamaha. Alright, so let's look at the screen again and then you can see what I just said. So the last line there, I will go on Monday. Aham somavare gamishyami. We will go. So I will go on Monday was aham somavare gamishyami. We will go on Monday. Vayam somavare gamishyamaha. Uttamam. So now let's put this into practice a little bit. I'd like to invite Piyush again to come and demonstrate the use of the future tense, and we'll play around with some of the verbs that we have seen and also some of the verbs that we have seen. So, Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Bhavataha grihe sarvam kushalam asti.
Am, mama grihe sarvam kusalam asti.
Astu. Bhavan punaha. That means again. Bhavan punaha kada griham gamishyati.
Aham swaha punaha griham gamishyami.
Uttamam. Bhavan shwaha punaha griham gamishyati. Tatra grihe kim kim karishyati.
Aham grihe bahu khadishyami, bahu pasyami, bahu kridishyami.
Uttamam. Kintu, which means but, bhavatah samskrita pariksha kada asti.
Mama samskrita pariksha budhavasare asti.
Agami budhavare asti.
Agami budhavare asti.
Agami budhavasare pariksha asti. Tadartham, which means for that, bhavan kinchit patishyati.
Aham avasyam patishyami.
Kinchit lekhishyati api.
Kinchit lekhishyami.
Avashyam pathatu likhatu cha.
Aham avasyam eva patishyami.
Uttamam. Piyushasya agami budhavare pariksha asti. Tadartham saha kinchit patishyati, kinchit lekhishyati. Shwaha griham gamishyati. Tatra bahu khadishyati, bahu pasyati, bahu kridishyati. Kintu parikshartham kinchit pathanam, kinchit lekhanam avashyakam asti. Avashyakam means required, and pathanam is reading, lekhanam is writing. So with these, I would thank Piyush. Bahu dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.
So this is a Subhashita that I'd like to tell you a small story, and then we'll move on to this Subhashita. So the story goes like this, that ekaha, let's see if you understand me. Ekaha dvirephaha. Dvirepha is a bee. Bzzz karoti. So ekaha dvirephaha asti. Dvirephaha pushpam asti. Pushpasya madhum pibati. Pushpasya madhu pibati. Kim karoti? Madhu. It's drinking the nectar. Madhu pibati. Ratrihi agachati. Pushpam koshaha bhavati. Pushpam koshaha bhavati. The flower becomes a bud again. And then dvirephaha chintayati. Dvirephaha chintayati. The dvirephaha or the bee is thinking. What is it thinking? That's the following Subhashita that we have today. So it is thinking, Ratrir gamishyati, the night will go. Bhavishyati suprabhatam, the day will come. Bhaswan, the sun. Udeshyati, the sun will rise. Hasishyati pankajashri, the flower or the lotus, pankaja, will laugh again. It's a poetic way of saying it will bloom once more. Itham vichintayati. Now, itham vichintayati, thinking like this, koshagate, it has gone into the bud again. Dvirephaha. So the bee that is in the bud was thinking like this. But then what happens at night? Ha, hanta, hanta. Oh, tragedy, tragedy. Nalinim, the lotus. Gaja, the elephant. Ujjahara, it takes it away. So it postponed it for another time, which was never to come. So I'll do the verse for you again. And this one I normally enjoy doing it with action, so I recommend that you also try to follow me and do it with a little bit of Indian dancing. And one of the characteristics of Indian dancing is that you have to use your hand and your look along with it. So the rule goes that where your hand goes, your look, your gaze has to follow. So, but not at the tip of your finger. So it's not like that. You have to look up. So Ratrir, let's start. Ratrir gamishyati, the night will go. Bhavishyati suprabhatam, the day will come. Bhaswan udeshyati, the sun will rise. Hasishyati pankajashri, the lotus will bloom. Itham vichintayati, thinking like this. Koshagate dvirephaha. So see if you can do this action. Dvirephaha. So in the bud the bee is thinking, ha, hanta, hanta, oh no. Nalinim, the lotus. Gaja, the elephant. So make sure you have the ear. This is a good fun thing to try. So do the ear that's moving like a fan and the trunk that is going like that. So Gaja, Ujjahara. It uproots it. Okay. So can we try doing that together once? Come. Ratrir Gamishyati Bhavishyati Suprabhatam Bhaswan Udeshyati Hasishyati Pankajashri Ittham Vichintayati Koshagate Dvirephaha Ha Hanta Hanta Nalinim Gaja Ujjahara. So we have the same idea in Kabir's famous Doha that says, Kal kare so aaj kare so ab, pal mein parlay hoegi, bahuri karoge kab. Which means that don't postpone for tomorrow what you can do now. Complete destruction or pralay or parlay, as it is said here, can happen in a second. When will you do the good things of life? All right. So what I want you to, I've given you this Doha for two reasons. One is that it reiterates what the previous Subhashitam was saying, but more so because, and therefore it has this very powerful message that can allow you to think of what are the things that need to be done. Huh? And then another, I wanted to just highlight another aspect of Sanskrit, which is that when you're writing kal, in Sanskrit you would have written kala, because you're writing a full kala, but you're pronouncing it as kal, and therefore you have like aja, that in Sanskrit you would pronounce that as aja, but here I've given you only the Roman phonetics, it's pronounced as aj. Okay, so you see that there is no inherent relationship between how a letter is written and the way in which it is pronounced, and therefore people who are from a Hindi background have sometimes this difficulty in pronouncing Sanskrit, because they're used to seeing a full letter like the la in kal, which in Sanskrit would be kala, and they're used to pronouncing it as kal, only the consonant without the vowel at the end. So that is a challenge sometimes with Hindi speakers who are trying to learn Sanskrit. But if there are many of you in that from that background, I would really invite you to try and pronounce the fullness of Sanskrit sounds. So if you have balaka, say balaka and not balak. So I have a few students who say mam, nam, anuradha, but you are actually writing ma, nam, anuradha. You will write it in the same way, but someone from a Hindi background would tend to cut off the last vowels, and therefore when talking in Sanskrit you would not be precise in the way the word has been written. So this was just to try and demonstrate the small difference that exists in different regional languages in comparison to Sanskrit. But that was a grammatic aspect, linguistic aspect. Besides that, the content is equally rich in every language, and therefore at the end of the day, I guess it is what that language is trying to communicate that is most important. And taking the opportunity of talking of time and how important it is to try and do at the right time rather than postponing it. It's a lesson that I have to learn, and I'm sure many of you also need to learn and apply in life, that if you can do a good thing now, then don't postpone it. And they say in Sanskrit, Shubhasya Shighram, which means do good things fast. All right. I'd like to end with this Sanskrit quotation by this quotation on Sanskrit by Sri Aurobindo, and he says that the Sanskrit language is the Deva Bhasha. It is the language of the Satya Yuga, based on the true and perfect relation of Vak and Artha. Every one of its vowels and consonants has a peculiar and inalienable force which exists by the nature of things and not by development of human choice. And therefore this relationship of Vak and Artha, and this is my comment, the relationship of Vak and Artha that we've spoken of earlier on, is there in some other languages as well. But it's really this awareness that when you make a sound, you're producing an effect. And can you capture that in a language? And that's the treat that Sanskrit has to offer for us. So keep at it, keep studying it, and speak it, because that's where you will experience the maximum benefit of this language in all its aspects. So, Dhanyavada, and see you again in our next lesson.